On this week's show, we check out one of Advanced RV's newest builds, called the Empty Nest. As we've learned to expect with Advanced RV, this unit is just not a high-quality build, but full of unique features, as you'll see. Then we join our friend Bob Zagami from RV Insights and RVing in New England as he caught up with Bob Douglas from TrailManor at the Tampa RV Show and discussed the company's newest models. Later, Jeff Johnston installs a Tuson sway control system and demonstrates just how well it works under various driving conditions. Then, as RVing Today TV enters its 14th year, we thought it would be fun to look back at one of our early show opens that seemed to be a little challenging. These stories and more on this week's RVing Today TV. Closed and Spanish captioning where available is sponsored by TrailManor, one of the world's lightest and easiest towing travel trailers. When we first visited Advanced RV about 9 years ago, it was like visiting a NASCAR or Indy race car shop. The facility was so immaculate and meticulously laid out, you could say that it was almost like being in an operating room. And the Class Bs they were turning out were an engineering marvel. Today, the company continues to raise its own bar in quality, engineering, and finish of every unit that goes out the door. Just to give you an idea, let's join ARV President Mike Nundorfer and designer Janice Picuza as they check out one of their newest completions. By the way, at ARV they do not number each unit, but give each one a name. Now, let's check out the Empty Nest.
Hi.
What are we looking at here?
We're looking at Empty Nest.
Now, I haven't been involved too much with Empty Nest the last couple weeks, but I thought maybe you could share some of the objectives our clients had when you designed this with them. And so I see right off that this has a different insignia.
They just kind of wanted to have more of a fun vibe when they get to the campgrounds, so they decided to change it to a peace sign.
Cool. What's going on up top? They have actually two
awnings.
Awnings, yeah.
So in using the van that they currently have, they really love the awning that's on the typical side, on the passenger side, and just wanted to be able to use it on both sides.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's go inside. There are a couple things in there that I think I'd like to ask. Janice, can you tell us a little bit about the color choice?
Their decisions came pretty organically. They started with the laminate, and they found a laminate sample that they like, and it's this marbly kind of pattern. So it's with white and gray, they thought a red accent would look really nice, and I'd say they were right. Yeah.
So can you demonstrate the bed? This is a bed that's different than any others that we've done, right?
Yeah, so it slides out, and this part is similar to other beds that we've done. But, so the cushions geometrically fit both for the bed and for seating. And what's different about this bed is the articulation at the head of the bed.
We made it slide and articulate.
Yeah.
That is way cool.
That took some head scratching, but we have the best team.
And the TV is at the other end, and so this is for watching TV or reading or whatever.
Yes.
And I noticed putting this bed back together a minute ago that it really operates smoothly. There's support. You can see it slides out there, and then there's support down by your feet. Mm-hmm. And so can you put it back together real quick?
Sure.
So those roll up, and then this was what I was amazed at, how easy it slides back into place.
It's really easy.
This is a butcher block countertop that's, tell us about it.
They wanted more gray tones, and a lot of their inspiration photos were sort of like driftwood looking photos. And so our cabinet team picked different species of wood and sent different samples to the client, and the clients chose which one they liked the best, and then stained it to mimic the inspiration photos that they provided us.
Well, thank you, Janice. I know there's a lot of other things here, Let's go to the rear and kind of look. There's some unique things that I'd like to learn more about back there.
Sure.
So Janice, another peace sign on the rear. That's carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Sorry the van is so dirty, hasn't been cleaned for delivery yet, but tell us a little bit about the ladder on the back of the van. They don't have a rack on top.
No, so they're actually going to use this ladder mainly for attaching a ski rack and other potential storage options. But they may use it to get up there and clean off the roof or maybe tie something down here and there.
This is way different. Let's start with this thing on the door. What's that?
That's a table that the clients travel with, and they use it all the time in their travels. So we created a little storage nook for them.
Is that a bug screen stand?
Yes. It's one unit.
Oh, the thermal, it's already thermally in there.
It's already there. When you want to use the thermal blanket, you take the whole thing down. And when you want the bug screen, you just roll up the thermal blanket and attach it up there, and you've got your bug screen.
This is kind of a cool rear bath, but there's some things here that are kind of different. I see the toilet there. That's a flush toilet, macerator toilet. What are these cages? Are they for cats, dogs, snakes? What is the...
So this is for their dog. They specified the size that the dog would like best. We built it, we fabricated it ourselves here, and we added a little storage bin on top at the client's request.
So that's an open bin that just kind of matches the design of the dog cage. Mm-hmm. And then when they take a shower, does the dog get a shower too? Is that...
No, it's actually a pretty cool design.
So the curtain has a track that goes all the way around.
Yes.
Very neat. Do you know how this dog cage got made?
Dave and Welding made it. The client specifically requested 2 doors so that the dog has access from the inside and from the outside.
And what's that bottom? Looks like there's another handle in the center of the bottom.
That's for easy cleaning.
You can vacuum all the dog hair out from the bottom of that.
Yeah.
What else, when you were working with a client on their configuration, is there anything else that just quickly we want to point out?
They customized a rear sink. Their objective for a bigger sink was met by pushing this all the way back and then making the galley a little bit deeper, only towards the end, so that you really didn't sacrifice the feeling of spaciousness when you walked into the van.
This is awesome, Janice. This kind of van only happens when and because you and Liz and others spend so much time listening to clients, starting with objectives, and then identifying what the objectives are and what the design details are, and then working with the craftspeople to get it done. So thanks for doing this, and thanks for explaining this to me.
It's a fun process.
How many RV roof coating systems do away with having to constantly inspect and recaulk your roof? Okay. How many RV roof coating systems come with a lifetime transferable warranty? The answer is 1, Flex Armor. Visit RVroof.com to learn more about this virtually indestructible maintenance-free roof system and to find an authorized Flex Armor facility closest to you. When Thetford launched AquaChem, it didn't take long before it became the #1 selling holding tank treatment for over 50 years. Until now. Meet AquaMax, Thetford's new generation of holding tank products that works even better and are also campground friendly and environmentally safe. Looks like a new #1 is taking over. For more information, visit Thetford.com. And now, let's join Bob Zagami and Bob Douglas and learn more about the new TrailManor models.
Hi, Bob Zagami here with Bob Douglas from TrailManor. And Bob, there's a lot of crowds around the units. You know, TrailManor is an interesting name for those of us who are older because it's been around for a long time. This isn't the first rodeo, but the new TrailManor, shall we say, that you're putting out these products into the consumer space right now. what are people learning about TrailManor? Because a lot of these people have never seen one.
Well, what they're learning about the TrailManor is the uniqueness. It's the only hard-sided, expandable RV in America.
Right.
It's all aluminum body, and it has a unique ability to be able to park it in the garage. It's lightweight. You can tow this with an existing vehicle that has a towing capacity of 3,500 to 5,000 pounds. It only takes about 1 gallon of gas to go, extra gallon of gas to travel about 100 miles.
And the up and down, the mechanism, the way that this goes out, there is nothing like it. Explain the mechanism and how easy it is. Like you said, you can put it in the garage, you can leave it, but when you get to a campground, after that fuel efficiency, to set it up is, I'd call it amazing, maybe miraculous.
It is. It's an engineering feat. It only takes about 5 minutes to set one of these up, and that's from the point that you park it to the point that you set it, expand it, and you hook up all your utilities. You're ready to go camping. You can't do that with any other like pop-up tent trailer, and this is by NADA a travel trailer.
Yeah, and it's a true, fully functional travel trailer.
Correct.
Like say, hard side, but full walls on the inside.
Yes.
You get the cabinets on the inside. Is there a particular demographic? Is it good for hunters? Is it good for families? Or is it across the spectrum all the way?
We're going to cross all the spectrums, and that's where the Classic comes in line. The Classic is for your true asphalt warriors that are going from one campground to another, and that's all they're doing. But then we have the Sport model over here that was designed for the hunters that want to go out. And they want to go out where there's no trail that's been gone down before. That's why it's raised off the ground with the heavier duty tires, and over there in the roof racks that can keep your bicycles up there. You can put your kayaks up there. You can put a canoe up there. So we've tried to cross the spectrum from everything.
So how many different models are in the product line now?
We have approximately 16 different models right now, and some of those, like these ones right here, they have a bed on each end of the unit. Then we have the slide versions that will come out all the way up to the front here. The whole front slides out, and it'll have a fold-out couch in there that folds out to a bed or a dinette. So what it does is it doubles the real estate value inside the RV.
All right, so if people want to get in touch with you, how do they find TrailManor?
They can go to www.trailmanor.com.
Thank you, Bob.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Someone once said, the camping doesn't really start until the RV awning comes out. Whoever said that really knew what they were talking about. Carefree of Colorado, celebrating 45 years of RV awning innovation. For more information, visit our website at carefreeofcolorado.com. Want more RVing today? Then visit RVingtoday.tv. Besides our weekly show and extended segments, you'll find additional stories and videos along with insightful information on what's new and what's happening around the world in RVing. From luxury RVs to unique camper vans, and from RVing with pets to RVing with kids. You'll find it all and more in RVingtoday.tv.
Greetings, Jeff Johnston here for RVing Today TV. Adding stability to a travel trailer is always a good thing. The less of that sway that you have while you're towing, the more comfortable and the safer you are in the tow. Well, you can do that by making the correct adjustment between your hitch, your tire pressures, the loading in the trailer, and so on. But even when it's dialed in just like you think it should be, sometimes it's not quite right. In a case like that, you can enhance the stability with a device like this, the Tuson Sway Control. This is an electronic device, fastens to your trailer, doesn't have any modifications on the tow vehicle, and this device is designed to automatically help bring the trailer back in line behind your vehicle in the event that you begin to have a sway situation. And it does that by rewiring the trailer brakes in a way that we'll show you in a little bit here. Now we're going to go ahead and do the installation ourselves to show you that yes, an owner can do this at home. If you feel at all uncomfortable with the idea of tapping into your brake lines or your wiring for the brakes, then don't do it. Take it down to a shop, a certified dealer that can install it for you, because it's really not that big of a deal. But if you're comfortable with wiring, and this is the sort of thing that really excites you and you kind of enjoy doing yourself, well, give it a shot. We're going to go through the process and show you what it takes. The instructions call for the Tuson to be mounted with between 1 and 10 feet back from the hitch ball. Well, this trailer has an underbelly, so rather than dig into the underbelly and have to mess with that, we're going to go ahead and mount it right here in the front, the first cross member behind the hitch. And this puts it about 3.5 or 4 feet back from the ball, which is going to be plenty of room, because what it needs to be able to do to sense the sway is when the trailer pivots on the hitch ball, the Tuson has to be able to move back and forth in order for the inertial sensors to be able to activate and apply the brakes and do what they're doing to deter the sway. So this ought to work fine. This also gives us ready access to the junction box for the trailer brake wires and so on. It ought to be a pretty straightforward installation. First, we remove the batteries and battery trays, plus the propane cylinder cover, to open up as much access as possible to the wiring areas. All right, the Tuson installs in the center of the frame, side to side. So we'll measure here. That's 43. So we got 21.5 right there. Okay, we have our location marked. So we'll be drilling a couple of holes per the instructions to mount that right about here. All right. The sway control label includes a detailed wiring diagram that helps when you're deep into the project. The owner's manual, likewise, covers all of the details in easy-to-understand diagrams throughout. We're fairly lucky. We have pretty easy access to the brake control wiring and so on. It's right here inside the frame, and the junction box is just up ahead here, so we find everything pretty easy to trace. So it's a matter of following the wiring diagram on the case for the Tuson, and of course the wiring diagram for your standard trailer wiring. It looks complicated, but work methodically, one wire at a time, and it all falls into place. Well, we have the sway control mounted here in the middle of the frame. The wires are tapped in to the brake wiring and trailer wiring bundle over here. So we're going to secure all these with zip ties and so on, bundle them up, make sure they don't rattle around while we're driving down the road. And from here, we move back to the wheels and take care of the brake separation back there. Now this is the indicator light that you mount on the far side of the trailer someplace so the driver can look in the rearview mirror, and if the trailer begins its anti-sway activity, the LED lights up. So the driver can kind of get an idea something's happening back here. The axle brake wires have junctions back here behind the left side wheels. So in order to get a better access to that, we're going to jack the axles up, prop everything up according to industry specs, take the wheels off, and be able to reach the wiring we need to work on. Well, we have the brake control mounted up on the front of the trailer. That's ready to go and wired. Now, what we've done is divide the left side brakes and the right side brakes into two circuits. And the left side brakes are still connected to the original cabling. The new wire here is to connect to the right side brakes. So the brake controller, the Tuson sway control, can control them independently, which is what helps to bring the trailer back in line during a sway condition. Don't be shy about testing and tracing any wires that aren't clearly labeled or color-coded. We finished the installation. It only took us around 7.5 hours, including pauses to shoot video, of course. So all that's left now, go out, hit the road, and see how it works. Based on our last experience with the Tuson sway control, we are positively optimistic. A final test is heading down the road and checking out the trailer's handling in traffic conditions. We had no strong winds to deal with, but lane changes and passing traffic produced no unwanted sway effects. A later freeway test produced the same results, with easily controlled towing and minimal sway reactions. The Tuson sway control does what it's advertised to do. For more information about the Tuson sway control, log on to our website at rvingtoday.tv.
When you have a Truma AquaGo instant hot water system, you can expect to make a lot of new friends. When Thetford launched AquaChem, it didn't take long before it became the #1 selling holding tank treatment for over 50 years. Until now. Meet AquaMax, Thetford's new generation of holding tank products that works even better and are also campground friendly and environmentally safe. Looks like a new #1 is taking over. For more information, visit thetford.com. For the latest up-to-the-minute RV news, visit our media partners at rvbusiness.com. If you're into RVing or just appreciate vintage vehicles, be sure to set your GPS for the RV MH Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana. This museum houses the largest collection of vintage RVs and trailers dating as far back as 1916. For more information, visit their website at rvmhhalloffame.org. Looking back over 13 years, we realize that sometimes you just can't get it right the first time, or second, or third. As you'll see when Jeff Johnston and Evan Schmatter try to nail a show opening tease at the old Louisville Industry Show.
Hi, I'm Jeff Johnston,
And I'm Evan Schmatter, and this is Rolling on TV.
and we're here in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky.
Now, we're not here for the Kentucky Derby.
And as much as it pains me to say it, we are not here to follow the Bourbon Trail.
Bummer. But we are here for the RVIA show.
And the RVIA is the Recreation Vehicle Industry Association. This show is the biggest trade-only event of the year for the RV industry.
Did we hit that?
Let's do that again. No, it's Recreation Vehicle Industry Association. Yeah, why don't you say that?
Why don't you say that?
No, yeah, you say we're here for the.
Why don't I say we're here for the RVIA? Sorry, I jumped your line.
What?
One more time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we, the whole.
You want to?
Intro's fine, you don't have to do it again.
Okay.
Take it from,
How about we're going to offer you a sneak peek? Can we take it from there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've walked up. You said, I'm Jeff Johnson. I said, I'm Evan Schmatter.
We're in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky.
take it from there. Take it from where in beautiful Kentucky.
Okay. Okay.
Do it from there.
Okay. How about, can we do it from that same spot?
Well, it isn't that hard to walk in. Let's just walk in.
It flows
Can we
better.
just walk in better, Michael? Yeah.
It flows better when it's all
Yeah.
one piece.
Yeah. I don't want to be seen as a sot, as my mother would say. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jeff Johnston,
And I'm Evan Schmatter, and this is Rolling on TV.
and we're here in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky.
Now, we're not here for the Kentucky Derby.
And as much as it pains me to say it, we are not going to be following the Bourbon Trail.
Bummer. But we are here for the RVIA
Show.
show.
Okay,
Okay,
still rolling.
Ready? Okay.
Here in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky. Okay.
I'm sorry.
This event is the biggest trade show of the year for the RV industry.
And then I
Okay.
say, then what do I say?
I'd say we're going to
So-
show you how the public's not welcome. However, it's trade only. Unfortunately, it's not open to the public. However, yeah.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Oh, no.
can I start it?
No, I'll.
Okay. Okay.
The RVIA, no, it's a Recreation Vehicle Industry Association.
You and me.
Why don't you shut the camera off for a moment and then turn?
Are there thousands of RVs?
Probably. Yeah.
Let's go take a look. That ending wasn't quite right, was it?
For more information on anything you saw in this week's episode, along with additional videos, interesting stories, and RV news, visit our website at rvingtoday.tv. This has been another fun production.